Welcome to the 823 CryptoTrader Trade Alert video. Today we are going to exit our Ripple position for approximately a 78% profit. I entered the trade on 8/17. Today's 8/23. Let's go zoom out a little bit just to look at the big picture. The timing on this was really lucky. I knew this was a solid cryptocurrency funded by Google and all the big hedge funds. They have a lot of money behind it. This is quite likely just the beginning of a potentially bigger run. And I'm going to look for the next crash to resize my portfolio. Initially, it was a 10% position, but due to the 78% gain, it's now a 17% position. So to balance that out, I'm going to sell it and then look for a new opportunity to get in for during a short-term sell-off. So let's look at how we do that and go right to here. Okay, and this already knows how much XRP I have. And sell now. Yes. Okay, open has been placed. And it has been executed. So now you can see how I close the position in the formulas. I'll post a sell screenshot here. Then we'll go over to this. Sell price was 0.2891. Sold on 8/23. Okay, now what I want to do is switch J to K. You can see how easy it is to keep track of your portfolio this way. Market is green for closed. Now I will adjust my portfolio of XRP is back down to that. And now I can remove this and actually replace it with these two purchases, which reduces my cash basis. So now I can see my total portfolio return is 79% with an $807 profit, $1,014 invested to date. Total capital in US dollars is $1,822. Bitcoin ownership is 0, Ripple ownership is 0, Dash ownership is 0.34 coins, Bitcoin Cash 0.25346. Now this does not include the free Bitcoin Cash I received during the hard fork, so I still need to add that in there. So that's even another nice bonus. So now we will review the markets and look at potential trade opportunities coming up. Okay, so first let's look at XRP and what do we make of this move and how much farther is it going to go. So what I like to look at is, let me go even closer, is the volume, where do people stand to lose money? Where is this money being invested at? So these spikes of volume are where a large percentage of people have suddenly become price owners. So we've got a lot of people who bought it here, a lot of people who bought it down here, very few who got it where we did. Then during this crash we picked up a new, well, let's see, we had a lot of people buying it into this high region, which is kind of interesting. There must be some algorithms that think if it's going up it'll be an easy opportunity to continue it. And then during this crash people really want this coin to go up, or the ones buying it, and so it was able to hold this 26 line, and it's likely about to really pop out. So at what price point would I buy this right now, and can we put a limit order in to let it sit around in case a crash happens tonight? So I feel like this range right here would be a very safe opportunity to reinvest, because I don't think the people who bought it down here are going to be running for the gates if it bobbles a little bit lower. So I'm going to go ahead and put a 10% limit order portfolio position. So now 10% is $180, because we're now up to a $1.8 thousand portfolio. I'm going to put in a limit order at just above here. I'm going to go at, and this may not get filled, but if it were to crash to this level, I do want to get this at this discount. So I'm going to go right at 24. So $180. 0.24. Okay, so the little pop-ups just showed up, and this is not going to get filled anytime soon, but if it were to crash, then we have that order in there. Okay, so I just want to show you the updated. I have this filled in, but it's not showing a profit loss because it's not filled yet, and it's just sitting there at 24 cents. So we will see if that gets filled. Okay, so let's get back to checking out the top markets. XRP, I'm just going to go through it. Monero is a exciting one that recently had this huge jump, so a lot of people got in this low price range and are probably just slowly taking off the profits right now, but something continues to support it, and so I'm a little hesitant to get in just yet. But definitely getting interested in it, especially if it starts to get back down another about $10. I think that would be a great buying opportunity. Stellar, you can see a lot of people own it here, a lot of people own it right here. There's been some serious profit taking here. Is this going to have a flash crash lower, or are we going to start cranking into new highs? So I'll keep an eye on this one for a small portfolio position. The volume on this is much smaller compared to the others. So this would be attractive down here at the $20 pricing. As you can see, it has shown some good support in this area. NXT is up considerably today. This nice support line right here. So we'll see how this one's not a cryptocurrency I've been following in detail, although it has had some good runs, and so anytime it gets to a new low may be a good opportunity. Litecoin is a top coin. And is in a very strong bull pattern. I'm waiting for a pretty significant crash, however, to get a safe buying opportunity, or perhaps chase. If it can get near this all-time high, we may chase it to the upside. Because you can see once it breaks these highs, there's these huge gaps consistently. It comes down, hits the all-time high, shoots right up. Breaks a high, shoots right up. So that's probably why you see a lot of algorithms that are focusing on buying right during the breaking point of a new high and chasing it up, and then probably selling at the first hint of a sell-off. So that's Litecoin, Ethereum. I really wish we had been actively trading this portfolio more during this crash. Right now I have the same plan. Look for a big crash or right as it's getting back to 400. Looking for it to break out to take on more risk. Ethereum Classic. This would have been a great buying point at this relative low and support line. Big run up in the last few days. But once again, I'd be more interested when it was breaking new highs or at a crash. Dash is a position we're holding right now. I'm looking at the 4-hour chart. So we got into Dash 5 days ago on 8/18 at a price of 233.65. It's currently at 290, so it's showing a 38% return. And we got it during this crash right here. We had this huge shoot up. We've bounced, and we're kind of sitting in nowhere land. So I'll be scared if it gets back to 270 and possibly get out of this position. But this was a small 5% position. So if it goes down to here, I might expect to sell this for a profit. Wait to see if it can crash farther and then rebalance our portfolio. But Dash is a very nice long-term coin in the realm of coins. Okay, Bitcoin, very exciting. We should have bought it, as I've been talking about it, teetering around here. We sold right here, and for those of you who've been following, we bought way back here during this crash right here, somewhere right around here. See, we got a price of 2,600, so June 29th. Okay, so right here. So we bought it at this point, and then sold it way up here. So yeah, I do think Bitcoin has the potential for another run-up. It's kind of soon. We just had this huge run-up, so there's a lot of profit taking happening right now, as people have been able to double their money as they invested in this range. But if institutional money starts to pour into this, these prices could be very low, and so if this breaks up past 4,400, we'll likely put on a very large position, as it still remains the top cryptocurrency with the most potential for its future. Bitcoin Cash, we do have a position in, and let's zoom in a little bit, as this is a brand new currency. We bought it right here during this crash, and I believe this coin will become a competitor just like Ethereum, and I think it has a lot of room to go up, so I'm not selling right now, and likely will hold this position until it breaks past 920 and potentially has a big run up and then some kind of scare to get us to exit. So this position we may build into as we see the price go up. Right now it is 10% position, which is up 6.5%. So that is all the pairs Poloniex offers with the USD conversion. Now let's look at the top currencies traded from the CoinMarketCap website. Okay, so now we're looking at the CoinMarketCap. Bitcoin 2.3 billion. Yesterday it was above 3. Ripple, which not long ago was way down in the rankings, pulls in $2.2 billion in the last 24 hours. So that is what makes me think this is going to run up even higher, is that we're trading at all-time highs and volumes at all-time highs. So someone is supporting this price action and really believes it's going up a lot higher. Ethereum's volume dropped considerably. Bitcoin Cash has gone to some 20% of what it was not too long ago. So that's very bad short term, but it could be very good long term for getting in at these lower prices right now before the next surge of volume. Ethereum Classics pushed up considerably, and then we have Tether, Litecoin, Neo, Monero's volume dropped while just being in the top spot not too long ago as well, so that may be a good sign for a buy, even though the short-term outlook may be weak. The long-term tends to just rotate these into the top position as they surge. So that is a wrap for today. I'll just take a quick look at the news. I mainly just follow the Reddit cryptocurrency forum. There's a million forums you could get involved with. Specific chat rooms for every single cryptocurrency. I'm trading this from a very technical macro view with a little bit of fundamental analysis. Okay, so I'll review the latest articles. Okay, so here we have an article about OmniGo's price breaking out. One person says getting this to the front page of Reddit's a way to accelerate the breakout, I guess. Okay, so this is one that my exchange doesn't trade, which is why I've been starting to set up one other exchange, which is Bittrex. You can see they've been the top trading exchange for OMG, and so he believes it's a very healthy chart, so I wouldn't be surprised. So hopefully in a few days we'll have that second exchange added to our Coinigi account. Okay, next article. Monero is ready to blow. I'm expecting $300 by September. If not, whoa. He's there, he's there. Okay, they're talking about Monero becoming available in Korea. Price shooting up with Monero is super unexpected. Fans of Monero know the price has been pretty lackluster, but we haven't really had anything major recently to warrant a huge price move. Okay, this is called the badcryptopodcast.com. Looks like a lot of really good podcasts to get into, which was promoted from that Reddit page. The guide, this is a web page, mycrypto.guide, which I recently ran into. I haven't read it in detail. Very long, has a ton of content, teaches you pretty much A to Z what the technology is about, the pros and cons of each coin. Now, of course, the only thing that really matters is the supply and demand in the market and the liquidity. And so when you get some very rich people pushing money into any coin, that's what I mainly pay attention to, is the volume theory. So that's a cool article. Market cap for cryptocurrency is now $150 billion. So this is starting to be a respectably sized market cap. So just to kind of look at the market cap of some of the top companies in the world, Wells Fargo, $278 billion, all the way up to Apple's $753 billion, Amazon, $423 billion. This was the first quarter. Of course, the market went up a lot. But so yeah, the entire cryptocurrency market, which is for the most part, mostly just Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash and Ethereum are starting to become worth as much as some of the biggest companies in the world. And if this trend continues, will the cryptocurrency total market cap get beyond that of Apple or Google or Microsoft? And what's the intrinsic value of Bitcoin? Is it just this giant super network of computers? Okay, let's link this to some sales page. This is a news article about Ripple going into Asia. Bitmixer.io recommends Monero. News.bitcoin.com. So Egypt's talking about getting involved in the Bitcoin space with an exchange. Somebody just made a killing, 5,000 ICN for 30 cents instead of $3. Oh, it looks like somebody just bought this really cheap in a flash crash. That is a strategy I want to try a little bit more, is to put really low buy orders on, with small position sizes on volatile ICOs, which is pretty much all of them, and catch these flash crashes. Okay, Stratus is another cryptocurrency. This guy's warning that it may have a big announcement. We're in talks with Korean exchanges. This guy says, buy all the coins, problem solved. First Bitcoin Cash makes a huge run, then Monero made a run, now Ripple's making a run. You'll never be wrong if you index. It might not be a rocket to the moon, but it is an escalator. Here's a web page with a lot of tools. Looks like a cool website to bookmark. Okay, Estonia is looking at making its own national currency. And very soon we're going to start adding very small positions into our portfolio where we do ICOs. And this will only be available to our paid members. It won't be part of the free YouTube channel. So we'll definitely be looking at this in more detail soon. Altcoins that people are following. Pretty easy to figure that out just by watching the charts, seeing what people are investing in. Pauline, the ex-customer support, hard at work. The joke is that they are very slow to reply to support tickets. That's hilarious. Okay, and that's a wrap with today's news and today's update. Thanks for your time, and let's look for a new alert right around noon tomorrow.